Hello and welcome to School Matters. Thank you for joining us. Today we are talking with Cleveland County Schools Superintendent Dr. Stephen Fisher. Welcome back to you for our annual Back to School edition of School Matters. We're glad to have you back with us.
Always great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Before we start to talk about the new school year that's in front of us, take just a minute and reflect on the highlights from your past year, if you will.
Absolutely. It has been a busy summer, and while we are excited about the 24-25 school year, we would like to take a few minutes to look back over the last school year and really highlight some things that we're extremely proud of. First, I would comment on the capital improvements, the facility improvements that we've done, primarily at our high schools, but at several elementary schools as well, but really spent a lot of time at our high schools. Each high school has had ongoing HVAC work done. Crest and Burns High School have had complete HVAC renovations, and then HVAC renovations and upgrades at Kings Mountain High School and Shelby High School. So we're really excited about that in terms of learning environment for our students and really work and teaching environment for our staff members. For a couple years, we've talked about auditoriums. And this past school year, we've completed that auditorium projects at both Burns High School and Crest High School. If folks haven't been by those auditoriums or had the opportunity to see those, I really encourage you to go by those campuses and see those beautiful buildings. We are able to have spring concerts in there for those schools, and really proud of those facilities. Along with those facilities at Burns and Crest, we're able to redo the drive, student parking, parent drop-off, really have made some really good additions to both of those high schools. Now that's been a couple year endeavor. Anytime you do construction like that, especially at an active school scene, it takes a little bit of time to work through and make sure you get that where you need it. But we are complete with those projects as we begin the 24-25 school year. Those projects are ready to go. The other big addition at Burns High School and Crest High School are the addition of the press box, concession stand, and restrooms at the football field, the main stadium area. If you've been at a football game or a soccer game or even graduation at those events, you know that the restroom facilities there were subpar, just to be honest. Yeah. And so with some planning, with budgeting, with some grants that we got from the state, we were able to upgrade that press box, those concession stands, and the restroom facilities at both Burns and Crest on the home side. Really proud of that. They will be ready for the fall seasons. So when folks visit our campus for Friday night football or for soccer games or even for youth league activities that may happen on a Saturday, they're going to be able to enjoy those new facilities. Really look good. We've been able to increase the concourse area at both schools and really enhance that environment. So we're excited about that. That's really from the capital or operations standpoint. From the instructional standpoint, one big thing that we've really improved upon and hammered is our internship program, is the work that we've done to make sure our students are post-secondary prepared. We have seen that internship program, which was started in 2022, 2023, really expand this year. Lots of students involved with that, lots of students engaged in career activities. One of our goals is to make sure that every high school student has a college or career experience while in high school. We want them to experience opportunities. We want them to have things that happen in high school that are similar to college, similar to career. That way when they leave us, they have a better understanding of direction in which they want to go. We've heard from internships, students doing internships, man, I really like that. This is what I want to do for my career. But we've also seen students that said, I thought I wanted to do this, but after doing an internship, I don't want to go in this direction. And that's important too. So having those internship programs, we really appreciate the work by Penny Klontz and our entire CTE department who have really put that dream into action. Commenting on our last school year as well, just a continued partnership that we've seen with Cleveland Community College, the students getting their associate's degree or getting transferable college credit to colleges and universities. From a district perspective, our focus on literacy, I'm sure we'll probably talk about that a little later. It's hard to talk about education without talking about literacy, but the emphasis that we've placed in elementary about literacy, not only student literacy, but community literacy, and the points of emphasis and the time and energy spent on reading, on being able to put text in front of the kids' hands and send books home for students to read. The last thing I'll comment that kind of can get a little debated and controversial a little bit is our new cell phone policy. We implemented a new cell phone policy for the 23-24 school year, and it worked well. Like anything, there are bumps in the road. There are things we have to address and adjust as we go along. But our students did a great job of adjusting to that cell phone policy, where we do not allow cell phones during the instructional day, and that's been pushed out to our schools last year. It was communicated to parents, communicated to students and staff, and that really went well. We saw less cell phone issues. We saw greater involvement and engagement in our classroom. So those are some of the highlights from the 23-24 school year, and we look forward to whether it's a capital improvement, whether it's partnerships, internships, really springboarding us to a great 24-25 school year.
Thank you for sharing those great things, great programs and things going on for students, opportunities and experiences. So let's look at this coming school year. Talk about maybe some of your areas of focus or some new initiatives on your mind.
Absolutely. I think, a couple of areas of focus that we would continue to emphasize, literacy in all of our grades, but especially K-3. Early literacy, childhood literacy is important to us. This year, in the middle school, we have some new curriculum for middle school language arts and middle school math that parents can expect that to roll out with their middle schoolers. We really want to continue to see our internship program go, our student involvement in CTE, career and college opportunities they have. We feel like we're doing a very good job with that, but we want to see that expanded. We want to see that continue. We want to see more students involved and engaged in that. Again, I mentioned earlier, but we want our young people to be prepared for their post-secondary careers when they leave high school. They may not know exactly what they want to do, but they've had enough experiences where they can transition to that and be successful upon graduating from one of our high schools.
Very good. So as we look to this new year, talk to parents for just a minute. What are some tips, advice, information you have for them?
Well, we really want our parents to be involved, to be in the know. And sometimes what we see is early elementary. That happens a lot, but through the elementary school and the middle school, that parent involvement wanes. And we want parents involved. And sometimes that's the school's responsibility to continue to engage parents in those upper elementary and middle school years, where sometimes that falls off. I would ask parents to check in on their students. Ask them how school was, and don't just accept it was fine. Engage, ask really good questions of your child until you get those answers where they're talking to you about what's happening at school. Talk about who their friends are. Talk about what they're doing in class. Talk about what their teachers are assigning. Look for work. I really would really almost beg parents to sign up for Power School. Make sure they're keeping up with their child's grades, making sure they're keeping up with their child's absences. In terms of attendance, make sure their child is at school and on time. It seems simple, but one of the things we can do as parents to support our child's education is get them to school every day, get them there on time, and leave them there for the full day. Too many times students come late, students sign out early, and that does impact what happens in that classroom, not just for that child, but many times for other children as the classroom is disrupted for tardies or sign outs. We really want our parents to read with the students. Have your child read to you, especially for elementary students and even our older elementary students. Have that child read to you. Engage in what they're doing, engage in what's happening at the school. I would encourage parents, if you're not sure, if you have questions, to reach out to the school principal, reach out to your child's counselor, reach out to your child's teacher. We want to be involved with that, and we want to be able to partner with you. A good parent partner makes education successful, makes good schools, and that's important for us.
And it's all great advice to send that message that education is important, school is important. What about parents who are new to our school district, new to our community, or their child's attending a new school this year?
Be involved. Find out all the things about the school. Don't take things for granted. Don't take what you may hear on social media or rumors to be true. Find out for yourself. Get to know your teacher, get to know the school, familiarize yourself with how the school communicates with parents, whether that is an online newsletter, whether that's the website, whether that's Class Dojo, Remind. Different schools have cultures of how they communicate with parents. And so find out about that school, find out about the teacher, find out about the customs and traditions of that school so you can fully engage in that educational experience. We talk about, we want our young people to have an exceptional educational experience. And that experience is more than just classroom instruction. It is a complete experience. So parents, we want you to be a part of that experience. And we want you to know what's going on in our schools, be familiar with your child, the expectation for your child, what your child's doing in class, how they're performing from an academic standpoint, but also from a social emotional perspective and a behavioral perspective. We know that parents will want to know that information. And so work with the school, find out that information, and really partner there to see success for your child. I think everybody wants that child or wants a child to be successful. And it's about creating that environment and communication where we find that out. So folks that are new to our school district, I really encourage you to get to know people, get to know the folks in the school. Cleveland County Schools is a great place. I've spent over 26 years here. I've 2 students that have graduated. My youngest child is a junior. A wonderful place to raise a family, a wonderful place to be a part of a school community, not just attend school, but a school community. And so I would really encourage parents to get involved in all aspects of the educational environment.
Again, great advice. We hear a lot about Career and College Promise at the high school level. You mentioned yourself in your highlights, our partnership with the community college. Talk about that importance for our community.
So for juniors and seniors, they have the opportunity to be dual enrolled. And so that's a situation where students are enrolled in our traditional public education in Cleveland County Schools and with the community college. So they take classes, and most of those classes are taught at our traditional high schools. And they get high school credit and they get college, community college or college credit for those. We have some of those classes that are taught at the college, and some of those that may not are more appropriate to be taught in this environment because of the lab setting or because of the resources that the college has that we don't have. And those are taught in the morning, and we do provide transportation to and from for those classes. But the CCP, or Career College Promise classes, is a great way for kids to have a college experience. They get their high school credit, they get the college credit. It does, it helps their GPA, all those benefits as well. But I think the experiences that the kid, that the young person gets from being a part of that is really beneficial. We have almost 10% of our students that graduate with an associate's degree before they graduate from high school, which is pretty cool. I have the opportunity to attend graduation at the community college, and to see our young people walk across the stage with an associate's degree is pretty cool. We also have lots of students that graduate with certificates, in multiple, many hours of college credit to apply to a college or university, or that gets them kick-started on their career path with continuing education. So it's a great experience. And again, I would encourage parents of 9th and 10th graders to find out about that. Sometimes you get to the junior year and wish, well, I wish I'd have known that then. Really, as a parent of a 9th grader and definitely as a 10th grader, look at that information, find that information out, have conversations with a child about what do you want to do after high school, what does this look like during high school, to begin to plan what those things look like. Beginning this year, our 8th graders will be engaged in a career pathway plan. And so those 8th graders will start to map that out in the 8th grade. And so parents will receive some communication about that. And so we'll be getting that discussion with 8th graders. We know that an 8th grader is not going to plan every course they're going to take in high school. We're not asking 8th graders to decide what they're going to be when they grow up. But we are beginning the conversation with 8th graders because we want them to have those experiences to determine what they're interested in, what they're good at, what they're not interested in, so when they do graduate, they're prepared for that. We don't want kids that graduate that says, okay, well, what next?
Right.
What now? We want them to have a plan moving forward.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break right now, so don't go away. Don't you go away. We'll have more after this.
She gets her hair from her mom, her eyes from her dad, and her drugs from her home medicine cabinet. Fact: more people die from drug overdoses than from car crashes or gun violence. And over 50% of those deaths are from prescription drugs. Prescription drug abuse is preventable. 1. Secure and take regular inventory of our medications. 2. Dispose of unused or expired medications. 3. Share this message with others. Be aware, don't share, lock your meds.
Hi, I'm Nikki Bliss Carroll, your host for Cleveland Connections, the show that explores what's happening at Cleveland Community College. Join us as we sit down with members of faculty and staff to discuss programs of study, upcoming events, and other exciting campus news. We'll have a new show for you each month on C19 TV, or you can stream us online at c19.tv. Tune in and connect with Cleveland Community College on Cleveland Connections.
Probably not. I have to study for my exams next week, and my dad would kill me.
I can't make it. I've got a big game tomorrow night. I want to make sure I'm in good shape.
No, I'm good. I don't want to get in trouble. My parents would kill me.
Nah, I gotta fill out scholarship applications.
Everyone has at least one good reason to stay away from drugs and alcohol. Find your reason today and get back to enjoying life.
Welcome back to School Matters. Today we are talking to Dr. Stephen Fisher, Superintendent for Cleveland County Schools. We've talked about a lot of topics already. One of the ones we talked about was your words for new parents. So let's shift gears a little bit, talk about what advice you have for new teachers.
New teachers. First of all, I would say thank you for being a part of Team CCS. Cleveland County Schools is a great place to be. I always tell our teachers that years ago I sat in that same seat. I had the opportunity to go through new teacher training here in Cleveland County, and it's been a great experience. And so I really, to new teachers, I really talk about the team atmosphere, the sense of community, the sense of family that our school district has. I also communicate to them that I believe Cleveland County Schools is the perfect school system size. We're big enough to have stuff, we're big enough to do stuff, like our internship program. We're big enough to pull things like that off, but we're small enough to know one another. We're small enough where the superintendent's going to walk in your classroom. We're small enough the Board of Education visits schools. And so those are important factors for people to feel like, yes, every teacher is going to get a brand new MacBook when they come. We're going to have technology, we're going to have resources, but we're also small enough that we care about the person. You're more than just a teacher at a school. There is a person behind that. So to our new teachers, I say thank you. I say welcome. I always try to communicate to our teachers, to communicate, to ask lots of questions, not to work in isolation. I think sometimes we are overwhelmed with information, we're overwhelmed with newness, and we begin to retreat and isolate ourselves and not communicate and ask questions and engage with other folks. And when that happens, it just snowballs into, we feel more overwhelmed and more isolated. And so really try to communicate to our new teachers and our new staff members to engage in that school community. We assign a mentor, but they're going to have an official mentor, but to create those unofficial mentors, to really engage with that school community, that school family, because we want them to feel a part of what we're doing. I will take this opportunity. I know you didn't ask it, but I'll take the opportunity to plug. Cleveland County Schools is a great place to work. So whether you're looking to become a teacher, whether you're looking to become a teacher assistant, whether you're looking to join the best organization in our county, we invite you to contact our office, our human resource offices. We are hiring in different roles, even throughout the school year. It used to be years ago where we had a hiring season, and that was a couple weeks, and then you didn't really hire throughout the year. But in today's job market, we are continuing to hire throughout the school year. So if someone wants to be a part of the largest employer in the county, and a great place, and I do say that, with a lot of love and admiration. Team CCS is a great place and a great group of folks to be around. We encourage folks to do that. But we're excited about our new teachers. They began at the end of July with some initial training, and they will continue to do that. And then teacher work days officially begin on Tuesday, August 8th, and then students come on Wednesday, August the 14th. So we're excited about looking forward to those. We provide a lot of support with our new teachers. Our human resources staff does a great job, but we try to love on them, support them, and encourage them as they begin this important endeavor.
Well said, and it is an exciting time of year. You mentioned earlier the busyness and the business of summer work in our school system. Talk about that.
Well, contrary to some beliefs, we do spend a lot of time in the summer, and the summer is a busy time. And in my beginning now, my 11th year as superintendent, I believe every summer has gotten, the pace has quickened every year. We seem to get more busy as time goes on, and it has been, this summer has been no different, a very busy summer. A lot of preparations, a lot of work. There's a lot of stuff going on. I know you were involved with summer camps. We have students and teachers involved in summer camps throughout the summer. Lots of great activities, but those activities take resources, and those activities take time, energy, and effort to accomplish. So our summer really turns into just as busy as a school year. It's a different busy with a different focus, and really a focus of enrichment in some areas. We do have summer school going on and lots of different things for students and staff, but it is a time to plan and prepare for the next year, whether it's, you know, at middle school, I mentioned the implementation of a new curriculum, so there's a lot of work going on in there. There's a lot of work, maybe new classes, we're offering new courses, getting students registered, signed up for classes, changes that come from the State Department of Instruction, all sorts of things that work in the summer. But we're excited about the beginning of school year, and sometimes that beginning of school year is a little bit of a relief to get stuff started instead of just feel like you're planning and getting ready for the start.
Right. Give us a glimpse, a little picture of where you see Cleveland County Schools headed in the next few years, or what you would like to see.
Well, our tagline is cultivating excellence, and to me that's an ongoing process. You never get to there. It's like the rainbow. It continues to go and continues to go. I really, my glimpse and my goal for Cleveland County Schools is that we cultivate excellence in everything that we do. We'll talk about internships, that we have excellent internship opportunities for people, for kids. And we grow that where our young people are prepared for their post-secondary careers. I've said that a lot, and I really mean that. You know, whether it's elementary literacy, whether it's middle school math, or high school science, we want to prepare students for success beyond high school. And that's teaching kids to read, that's teaching kids how to interact with one another and be social and work together, and that's making sure they have the appropriate content. So I want Cleveland County Schools to be extremely relevant. I want Cleveland County Schools to be the best choice for education in our area. I want Cleveland County Schools to cultivate excellence in all the things that we do.
You've mentioned elementary a couple of times, the importance of literacy and that important start in a child's educational journey. Anything else you'd like to say about elementary and the importance of that for students?
I just, you know, I would emphasize the importance of parents being involved and reading. Just if I could just double down on the reading and literacy part of that. While I understand the importance of teaching young students math concepts and learning about science and social studies and all those things that they do, the ability to read at a young age, really even by the end of first grade, is important. So just to whether it's a parent, a grandparent, a Sunday school teacher, a community volunteer, a friend of the family, read to a child. Books are always great gifts to give students, and we have so much technology, we have so much gaming and all that stuff, and not saying that all of that's bad, but having books, having text, having stuff for kids to read is so important. So just I think that emphasis is extremely important for not only Cleveland County Schools, but for Cleveland County in total.
We know English 1 and Math 1 are important as students enter their high school journey. Talk to freshmen for a minute.
Be on time. And when I say be on time, I'm just not saying be on time for school, but be on time because the clock started. You know, that 9th grade year, your grades in the 9th grade, they go to that final transcript just like the grade you're teaching the senior year. And sometimes, you know, students get to get into high school and they think, oh, I'm in high school and I'll figure it out later. I've got 4 years
Got
here.
plenty of time,
But gosh,
yeah.
you don't. And that's so important. Enjoy those high school years. Those are the best years. But part of the enjoyment of that is being successful. It's being in class. It's paying attention in class. It's doing your work. It's making good grades. If you make a D in a class, you're putting yourself behind the 8 ball in lots of stuff for later on. And you know, if we think about the high school experience as a hall that has many, many doors on each side, and our choices and the things we do close doors, we want to open doors for students. And what I wanted to say to those high school students is, listen, don't do things that close the doors. We want to open all these opportunities for you, and by making bad decisions, whether that's not coming to school, whether that's making bad grades, whether that's not engaging in the school community, you're closing doors, and that closes opportunities for you. So we really want those high school students to understand, listen, when the first day of school in that 9th grade, let's enjoy that experience, but let's enjoy it because we're successful and it's enriching and engaging for us. Cultivate excellence in your life and cultivate excellence in that high school experience. Well
said. 4 years that really determine what the rest of your life looks like. So
I didn't think that when I was a high school student, but as a parent, I see how quickly that time goes. And my 3rd child, it just seems like yesterday where, we were in middle school and now, she's driving, she's going into her 11th grade year, and it's like, okay, it's here, and it goes by in a flash. So if you get high school students to realize the importance of getting started early, getting going early, being on time, not just for school, but being on time with their academics is important.
Absolutely. Loved your analogy about the hallway and the doors being open too. So we've talked to freshmen. You have now, what would you say to those that are starting their senior year? They'll be graduating 10 months from now.
No, it's a great time for our seniors, and graduation is definitely an exciting time of the year, but their graduation really begins, if it didn't begin when they were freshmen, it definitely begins in August their senior year. And I think the reality of that, I tell seniors many times when I talk to seniors, enjoy your senior year, take time to smell the roses, enjoy the pep rallies, enjoy that, but don't enjoy it too much. We want our young people to finish strong. We want them focused on the next steps. While this is the end of their high school journey, it's not the end of the journey. It's an end of this segment. So we want them to use this as a catalyst to prepare for their futures. We have so many unbelievable opportunities for seniors. We want them to take advantage of the opportunities that we have. So if I give them one piece of advice, I really believe, I think it would be to really take advantage of every opportunity that they have. Don't rush through the senior year just to get finished because there are things along that path that will really benefit you for the future.
Very good, very good. Well, it's been great to have you here. We're looking forward to a new school year and what 24-25 will bring for Cleveland County Schools.
Awesome, thank you very much.
And thank you for joining us for this edition of School Matters.
School Matters is a production of the Communications Department of the Cleveland County School System. For additional information, visit our website at www.clevelandcountyschools.org.